Welcome back to Realistic Fishing. I've been really busy lately, but I snuck into the studio today to open some mail. I really appreciate everyone who sends something into the show. Let's just get into it and see what we got. The first piece is from Angela in Sacramento, California. And it is totally fake. I can't believe I got spam, actual spam, in the U.S. Post Office mail. And here's the first sentence. My hope is to find a husband soon or a man to date. Well, I'm not even going to read any more of this. This is totally spam. I can't believe I got this in the mail. Someone went through the time to put stamps on an envelope and send me this pre-printed spam letter. F*** you for sending this to me. Trash. Let's get on to the next piece of mail. It can't be worse than that one. This one is from Jay in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. Alex, I've been a fan since I discovered your show 3 or 4 years ago. The best fishing content on YouTube, hands down. Enclosed, you'll find some custom painted crankbaits that I've been working on with paintwork that I'm satisfied with. Hopefully you like them as well and fish with them at some point. You've been killing it this spring, and I'm sure that trend will continue into the summer. Thanks for the great content. Keep it realistic, Jason. All right, Jason, let's check out these crankbaits. Alright, he said these are custom painted, hand painted crankbaits. So we're going to take them out for a quick look. Alright, we're starting off with a red glitter. Yeah, this one's pretty cool. It's kind of a tiger scratch perch kind of pattern. Here's another one in a perch or, tiger scratch kind of pattern. Good looking bait here. I like this paint job. Very glittery, very shiny. Here we have a craw pattern. Good paint job on this one. I like the shell, it looks realistic. I also like the black eyes. I'm glad it doesn't have those super Japanese, angry looking, cartoonish eyes.
Hi, I'm Marsh, and you're watching Realistic Fishing. And remember to keep it realistic. Haha.
Here's one of my favorites, a shad pattern. That's a good looking crankbait right there. I like the paint job on this one as well. This kind of natural looking with glitter. I bet I could catch a fish on this one right here. Great looking bluegill pattern right here. Again, good paint job. That actually looks like a bluegill pattern. That's a good looking bluegill right there. Nice little minnow imitating. That almost looks like a wake bait. Look at how flat that lip is. Again, great paint job. And I don't know if he painted this one or not. We got a Berkeley flicker shad here in a shad pattern. Great looking baits. I will definitely try some of these out. I would hate to snag and lose them because they look so nice and I know you took the time to paint them, but I'll give them a try. Especially this one, the shad pattern right here. I bet I could get a bite on this. Thanks again, Jason, for sending the awesome hand-painted crankbaits. I think they look great, and I think you're doing a great job. Yeah, that box was definitely better than the scam spam letter I got before it. This one is from Joseph in South Lyon, Michigan. Here we have a letter, a long letter, and it says, Hey Alex, so first and foremost, a big shout out to Realistic Fishing. I love the channel and glad to find one that really portrays it like it is. And thanks for the shout out on your sad video a couple weeks ago. So enclosed, you'll find a couple of Michigan lures. The first one is from the Producers. This was a company from Kalamazoo, Michigan that had a Chinese company make knockoffs of hot lures back in the 70s. Wiggleworts, Rapalas, etc. I recall being able to buy these as a kid for $1.50 each, which was much more affordable for me and my buddies. The company has been closed for a long time now. The one included is a Roscoe's Shiner floating Rapala copy. This is what he's talking about right here. So we have a Producer's knockoff lure from the 70s or 80s, and this is pretty cool. Yeah, I've never seen this before. Kalamazoo, Michigan. Check out this drawing. Everything about this says knockoff, and I think it's awesome. So we got a Rapala knockoff here.
The most controversial team to hit USWO Wrestling, it's Brian Turner of Booty Call, and you are watching Realistic Fishing. Bounce on over to Brian Turner's VHS Rehab for more of Booty Call.
This particular color, shad with orange belly, has been hot for me catching bass and pike in Michigan, as well as walleye and lake trout in northern Canada. I'm still using my original one. It's got all kinds of tooth marks and dings on it, but it still produces. Last year I found a few on eBay and bought some backups just in case my original finally falls apart. The other is called a Charger, and it's made in Utica, Michigan. That's this. It looks like a little spoon. The original founder, Jay Rustowitz, created it back in 1967 in a variety of sizes and colors. The one included is my favorite size and color, originally given to me by my dad. I've caught countless trout and panfish on this lure. As with the Producer, I still have the original Charger, and it's even gone into a few rivers where I snagged it under a limb or rock. I finally was able to track down the company, Lake Products LLC, where they still sell the remaining Charger inventory. While the founder has passed away, I've talked with his daughter, a super nice lady who went into the old stock and found more of this original silver and bronze color. I bought about 30, so I have backups without worrying about losing my precious lures. Enjoy the lures, and thanks for the great channel and videos, JJ Savell. Thanks, JJ. These are awesome. We got some vintage lures here. We got the knockoff Rapala and this cool Charger Lures spoon. I don't know if I should open these and try them or not. He says they'll basically last forever, so I just might do it. Knockoff Rapala, vintage spoon. Thanks again, JJ. Looks like we have one more package here. This one is from Mule Fishing. So, a subscriber of the channel left a comment that I should check out Mule Fishing. They sent me and Mule Fishing an email saying I should try out their products, and Mule Fishing sent this over. Let's see what's in the envelope.
This is Addison, and we caught a fish. Keep it realistic.
Let's see what we got. First off, we have a Bronco blade. So this is an attachment that goes on a jig head, and it turns it into a spinner bait. You know, kind of like a beetle spin. Got a small variety of jigs here. These say Mule Jig. Ultralight jig head designed for multi-species fishing. Slightly different than this one, so we'll look at these first. This is like a small, flat mushroom Ned jig head, and I assume they're sized to go with these small plastic lures over here. We got 1/32 ounce, 1/32 ounce, and 1/64 ounce tiny Ned heads. And this one over here is called the Workhorse Jig. This one is a little bit different. These are kind of flat, like a mushroom. This one is more like a round shot with about a quarter of it chopped off. Also, a small jig head to use with these plastics. Here we have the Horsefly 25mm. So that looks like a little nymph or a grub of some kind. I used to ice fish with something like this called a wiggler. That looks good. We got some small swim baits here called Donkey Tail Juniors. Here we have something called the Mule Minnow. Really small here, 1.2 inch. There we go. I like tiny lures like this, especially when fishing for bluegill and panfish. And finally, another pack of Mule Minnows in 2.2 inch. So we got the two sizes of Mule Minnows, the Donkey Tails, the Horseflies, and a small variety of jig heads. Thanks to Mule Fishing for sending these over, and thanks for the recommendation from the comments. And we'll give these a try and see if we can get some bluegill and bass. I really appreciate everyone who sent something to the show. Whether it's lures to try, not so much on the spam like that first letter, but lures are awesome, pictures of your fish, posters, artwork, anything fishing related, even if it's not. Some of this cool stuff was sent to the show. Dumb and Dumber, Wayne's World. I love nostalgia. I love fishing. I love opening stuff on the show. Thanks for watching Realistic Fishing. Keep it realistic.